we knew that kids needed recreation and fun no matter what their condition was, and we knew families needed a break. So we felt that if we could get the kids into a meaningful recreational experience, it would help the child grow, but it would also give the family that break that they needed. So we started this small camping program, and we raised some money for it, and we were subsidizing it heavily. The snowmobilers started working with us over 30 years ago. And at some point early into that relationship, they fell in love with camp like we did.
When I was 6, I can still remember coming to camp. The first time coming to camp, the guy who brought me to camp literally had to drag me out of the vehicle. I was like, I'm not going, you can't make me go. He took me into the lodge and he was like, okay, I'm gonna leave now and go make sure you have all your paperwork and da-da-da. So he left, and here comes my counselor, and we get into a conversation, and you know, I'm talking to one, here comes another one, and by the end of the whole shebang, I have like 15 people surrounding me, and because I'm an attention junkie, I'm like, all right, 15 people, this place ain't bad. And I don't even think I said bye to the guy who dropped me off.
I think all children have needs. I think they're just different. The group we work with are just different, and that's the most PC way of, if you want, or the most genuine way of describing it, I think. I don't want to think of them as, you know, they've got this disability, they've got that disability, we've got to talk to them like this, we've got to say this. And one of the best things about camp I see or feel is when they come to camp, they're very much identified as campers. They're not Johnny or Susie with this disability or that disability like they are for the rest of the year. They come to camp and it's a level playing field.
I teach disability awareness, and no, it's been around since I was a camper, but it was taught by a normal staff. I went to Doug and I said, Doug, we should get somebody who has a disability to teach the class. And he said, all right.
Well, Greg Chase is a remarkable young man. He went to our camp as a camper. He stayed on as a counselor in training. He has kind of a gift for gab.
It was more of a shock to actually find out how much work you actually have to do to be a counselor. And it just made me appreciate camp all the more.
One of the first people I met, I came on board in January, where am I now, 07, 06. One of the first people I met was Greg Chase. He proceeded to speak about camp and how much it meant to him over the 14 or 15 years he's been involved with camp, as a camper and a staff. The experiences of Easter seals and what it means to him. I kind of knew then that it was going to be a great ride. It was going to be a great time, and he hasn't let me down yet.
One of my scouts asked me a question, and he goes, Chase, if you had the ability to change it and go back and completely redo everything and get rid of your disability, would you? And I said, no. I thought about it for a little while, and I was like, no, not really. And he's like, why? And I'm like, and his eyes probably got the size of quarters. And I'm like, because, you know, if you change the cards you're dealt, you change the person that you become, and it might be my conceited nature, but I enjoy the person I became.
A lot of the kids leave here, I think, in a better place than when they maybe first arrived. I think when you ask them about camp, they'll say they've had a good time, they had fun. And that's an accomplishment. And just treat them like regular people. You know, you can do this. You can climb a telegraph pole. You can go climbing. You can go kayaking, you can sail. It may take a little bit more time and planning, may take a little bit more, but if we haven't got time to do that, you might just pack up and go home.
A lot of people in my life are like you're in a chair and your name is Greg. You can't do that, you can't do this, you can't do that. I never use the word I can't anymore. Easter seals, as corny as it may sound, is like my right arm. Abraham Lincoln once said that everybody was created equal. Well, in my daily life, that is not a true statement. But on Easter seals, that is as true a statement as I'm ever going to get.